morning glories have gone. Ugh. God. Am I right? Day in, day out, the same damn thing. 4 coffees, no sugar. 2 donuts, sugar, not chocolate. I'm allergic to chocolate. 10 o'clock, maybe I'll get a chance to rest before the noon turkeys. And to boot, I'm starting my day 2 inches shorter.
What's the matter? You breaking stiletto heels?
Ha ha, my arches fell.
What? How can arches fall?
You're so smart. You think you know everything? So I'm waiting for the bus. She doesn't come. Just like everything you're waiting for, forget it. It ain't coming. Some hooligan sees his chance and bumps into me. He knocks me almost around the pole, and just when I'm about to tear him into pieces, I tripped over my own foot. I'm 2 inches shorter, and I'm waddling like a platypus.
A platypus?
Yeah, a bit. Oh, I'm waddling like a duck. Oh my God, would you look at this? If it isn't Greta Garbage and Dustbin Hoffman. What a pair. Airy fairies. Oh, and they're coming to my table. Oh, and my aching feet. Oh, just my lucky day. Ooh.
All right. Okay, Norman. It's okay, Norman. It's okay. Let it all hang out. Let it hang out. Crying is next to godliness. It brings God out, so you go ahead and cry, Norman. Oh, my God. Look, Norman, there's no one here. At least we can have a little privacy. Here, Norman, sit down. Sit, Norman, sit. Oh, boy, That's nasty. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, no. There we go.
That's weird.
Weird. You, the king of weird, calling me weird? That's bizarre. 2 coffees, please.
No, decaf.
Decaf can't save you. He'll have regular coffee. Norman, when I woke up this morning, I couldn't imagine anyone being deeper in the pit than I was. Then I ran into you. You were. I'm gonna save you, Norman. I have to. I'm gonna make you whole. Oh, it's odd how this whole thing has given me faith.
Faith? Mm-hmm. You've got faith and I've got nothing but ruin. I'm ruined, Betty!
Norman, put the items on in your pocket on the table, please. Come on, Norman. What's this?
Brandy?
It's cheap brandy at that. You don't know this now, Norman, but as soon as I separate you, which is over here, from your life, which is over here.
Wait, I'm that?
Okay. You're this.
A spitball.
It moves, Norman. Think of the possibilities.
It's no use. It's no use.
Norman, relax. I told you before, I've been in this situation before. I've been in this movie. Only the outer surface details are different. But underneath those facts, the truth is always the same.
So tell me the truth.
I can't tell you the truth. I have to show you the truth. If I told you the truth, it would go in one head and out the other. Norman, you need to develop a sense of humor about yourself. That's essential.
I used to be funny.
It's hard to believe.
I was. I bet I laughed at least 6 times a day, every day.
You will again. You have my personal guarantee.
When?
When? Is that all you can ask is when?
I need to know.
Okay, not now.
That's not good enough.
Soon, Norman, soon.
It won't work.
1:45 at May 1st?
That's better.
What is better about it?
It gives me a time frame. I need time frames for things, Betty. It takes 2 minutes to walk a city block. It takes 3 minutes for water to boil. And at 1:45 on May 1st, I'll be funny again. I need time frames. It's essential. That's all there is to it.
You know, I made that up out of my hat.
You didn't.
How would I know that you would be funny again at 1:45 on May 1st? Sleeping pills? Really? You know, this is going to be harder than I thought.
You've given up on me.
Norman, never. Am I nervous?
No?
Why do you think I'm not nervous?
Because you're not in my shoes.
Because I know the difference between what's important and what's essential, and you don't.
It won't work.
Norman, please. I told you I know the difference between what's essential and you don't.
Well,
What? Wait, listen, if I'm not nervous, what am I? Norman, I wear them all in case I get robbed. I don't want those bastards to get them. Now look at me. What am I?
overdressed?
That's what I'm talking about, Norman. Clothes are not essential. I want you to look again. Underneath. What am I? Not that underneath, Norman. Underneath, inside me. What am I?
Calm.
How calm?
Very calm?
Look forward to it.
When?
Well, here we go again. Soon, Norman, very, very soon.
It's no use, Betty. It's no use. This harebrained scheme of yours, it's no use.
Norman! Norman, why are you despairing before I've had the chance to show you the truth? Oh, no, you don't.
I don't care what you do with those. I'll go out and buy another bottle and more sleeping pills.
That wasn't our deal, Norman. That was not our deal.
I want the deal I had before I met you this morning.
You told me all about your wife running off with her Jamaican maid, right? Then you told me about your girlfriend running around in the wheelchair. Am I right? Told me you had no money. Have I left anything out?
Mickey! You forgot about Mickey, my dog!
Yes, your dog, Mickey, shitting and dying all over the rug.
He's
Okay.
all I
Oh, God, he's a 150-pound Weimaraner. Mickey is not a dog. He is a pony. Okay, you told me all of that on the street. Do you remember what I said?
have. You said that you could save me, but that you had to show me. And then you said, you've had your say, now I have to have mine. That's what you said.
That was our deal.
It won't work!
Norman, would you please?
Betty, I've lost everything.
It only matters if you've lost something of value.
But it was my life. What could be more valuable than that?
It may have looked like a life to you, Norman, but to me it looked like a nothing turd.
Is that what you've dragged me in here to hear? That I'm a nothing turd?
That is part of your problem. It's not you. You're a person. You could never be a nothing turd. I said your life, and I'm trying to separate you, which is over here, from your life, which is over here. If you just give me the chance. But if you want to proceed in the direction you were headed to this morning, that's okay by me. Just call me up before you do it. I'll be upstairs in my apartment. I won't do anything to stop you. Girl Scouts honor.
I like that.
What? What do you like, Norman? I've said something that's reached you. Have I reached you, Norman? What have I said that reached you? Have I reached you, Norman?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's pretend we could wipe everything away. Swish, just like this. Just like this waitress could wipe this grease from this filthy table. My Norman, what feeling would you like if you could have any feeling in the whole entire world?
Peace.
What kind of peace?
How many kinds of peace are there?
Oh, yes, I was praying you would ask me that.
What are you doing?
I'm just getting rid of you, which was over here, and your life, which was over here, to make room for all the different kinds of peace.
Oh.
Okay? First, let's see. We have the kind of peace that comes if you were to solve a problem that's been bothering you for a very long time. That is called peace after resolution. Then we have the kind of peace that comes if you were to make up with your wife. That's called peace after resolution. But wait a second, why would you want to make up with your wife? Forget about peace after resolution.
Wait, not so fast.
Okay, but you hate your wife. You hate the Jamaican maid more. You ought to be happy to get rid of them both.
But my wife ran off with all of our money.
But you have your law firm that you're making money with. No? What kind of law firm do you have?
The non-paying kind?
You mean to tell me that you have a law firm and you make no money? That is unbelievable.
Nevertheless, that's the picture. You know what? You're right. There would be no peace and reconciliation.
Right.
There's no way out but this.
Oh, no.
No. I've worked it all out. I've worked it all out. I'm going to go home and I'm going to clear everything up at the office tonight. And then later, I'm going to go and put Mickey to sleep. And then after that, I'm... Oh, Mickey!
Norman. Can I ask you a very personal question?
What about?
About your girlfriend in the wheelchair.
Sure.
Okay. She's in a wheelchair, right? How do you guys, like, you know?
That?
Yes.
I just lift her up out of her wheelchair and carry her into the bedroom. And then afterwards, I lift her off the bed and put her back in her wheelchair.
She's got pins in her hips. I mean, doesn't that hurt her?
She never complained. She seemed to like it.
Okay. That is it. We are not going for the peace that comes with reconciliation. We're going for the peace that passeth all understanding.
Wait, passeth all understanding? I'm not ready for that kind of peace, Betty.
You're telling me. But that's the kind of peace that we're going to be fighting for.
Wait, fight? We have to fight for peace? I thought peace was the absence of fighting.
Fighting is the only way to peace. It's one of the paradoxes of peace.
Well, then that takes me back to square one.
You're in the middle of square one. Have you ever heard of square two?
No.
No, that's because it doesn't exist. There's only square one, period. You're in the middle of square one, or maybe the outer fringes of square one.
Wait, I like that.
What?
The outer fringes of square one.
That figures. Norman, I am trying to save you. If something I say hits you, why don't you write it down?
Good idea. I don't have any pen or paper.
Ooh, I got you.
Outer of square O-N-E. There. I don't think you should try talking me out of suicide.
Is that what you think I'm trying to do?
Yes.
Well, I'm not.
Suicide is a birthright. No one should be talked out of their birthright. Otherwise, all you have is a can full of beans.
A handful of lentils.
Lentils?
Ace also Jacob his birthright for a handful of lentils.
Are you trying to talk me out of committing suicide?
I'm an editor. It's what editors do.
But you're editing my conversation. It's infuriating. I'm not dumb.
Dumb? No. Imprecise. A little flaky, maybe. But that's an aspect of your problem that I'm trying to show you so you can change it. I can't do it globally, which would be the most efficient way because it's too knotty. One part of the problem bleeds into the other parts. So I have you do it piecemeal. I know, it's nerve-wracking, but that and only that was what I was trying to do.
What? What were you trying to do?
Norman, I'm trying to get to show you a distinction between this and that. And once you see it, we can take one teeny tiny step towards it.
What's it?
Peace.
The only peaceful people I've ever seen are dead people.
Dead people? Dead people are not peaceful.
What are they then?
They're dead! Cadavers!
Then what is death?
Death is the dissolution of one's being into the molecules of the universe.
That's it?
That's it!
How come no one ever told me that?
Because you didn't run into no one when you needed to this morning, you ran into me! And oh, happy day for you, Norman! I know all there is to know about death. Oh, Norman, death is a meager, disappointing experience. Death is the period at the end of a sentence. That's all there is to it. It's nothing. Over with. End. Kaput! Whack!
What about Suko?
Sacco?
My brother-in-law Rosario died last year, and the undertaker couldn't get his tongue back in his mouth. It just stuck there between his teeth like this. Just froze there. So he had to take his lower lip, lift it up like so, pull it down over his other lip like so. And when they laid Rosario out in the coffin, all pink and powdered, why I walked up to him, looked up to him, and said to myself, "It looks like somebody went Suko." So death is Suko in my book, not whack.
Need 2 more coffees, please? Have you ever noticed that there's no charm left in our world? It is a wonder that anyone would take the time and trouble to be reborn and just look at this again. God, even in a place like this where charm should cost you nothing, you can't get it.
She was staring at us, Betty. I think we're talking too loud. Maybe we're making a spectacle of ourselves.
Norman, we are not spectacles. This is the most important moment of your life, and maybe mine. You need to ignore her. Just ignore her. Are you? Right over there? Are you feeling better?
Not yet. But it's true what you say about the outer fringes. That's right where I am. I'm right there. Right on
Norman, I never said you were in the outer fringes. We decided that you were in the middle of square
more comfortable to me when I say I'm on the outer...
Comfortable? What do you care about comfortable? It is not important that you feel comfortable, Norman. Please don't second guess me, please.
Betty, I'm lost. I don't know where I am anymore.
Norman, every day you are on this earth, you are in some specific geographical location always. You are inside your body somewhere, right now. We're in an ugly coffee shop, see? And I'm trying to tell you about peace. Oh, it's okay. Norman. Norman, get up. Norman. Oh my God. Oh my God, the sleeping girls! Oh my God, you did it right before my very eyes, you idiot! Oh my God! No, Norman, you don't fight me! Get up! Get up, Norman! Everything is gonna be just fine. Don't you worry about it. We're gonna start all over again.
Oh, no,
Get it up, Norman!
Don't start all over.
Yes, I'm gonna start from the very beginning.
Oh, I didn't do it.
What?
I didn't do it.
What?
I didn't do it.
What? Oh my God, what the hell were you doing?
Resting. I needed a rest, that's all.
Oh my God, Norman! I thought I lost you! Oh my, I cannot lose you, Norman, until I told you what I need you to see. Once you see it, Norman, I just know everything is going to be different. I'm so sure.
Okay.
Okay.
You keep talking about peaceful people, fighting for peace,
Right.
taking steps toward peace. Peace, peace, peace. I'm not finished with death yet. Death is a very large issue, and I'm still not clear on it. Now, I don't think we should move on to any larger issues, especially the kind that passeth all understanding, until we settle this issue of death. Now, maybe you're not up to it.
Up to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to recap.
Of course. Okay. All right. Here we go. Go. Recap. Take your shirts. Okay.
So, we have...
What?
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Hold on, wait. Okay.
All right. So we have death, which we put over here.
Yes.
And we have peace, which we put over here.
Yes.
And we've taken peace, and we've broken it down into various components.
Right.
We have resolution,
Yes.
reconciliation,
Reconciliation.
and the kind that passeth all understanding. That can go over here.
Not funny.
What about here?
Okay, we'll put that over here.
Now, do you see it?
What?
Well, we have this large looming space over here, which is just death. Plain old death. That's what confuses me. How do you explain that?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
That's simple.
What's simple about it?
There's more than one kind of death.
Don't tell me
There's
that.
as many kinds of death as there are peace, Norman.
Show me.
Get on the floor. Wait, help me move the table. Okay. Okay. Down you go. Ready? The most basic kind of death occurs every morning, every day, from the time we wake up till the time we go to bed. When we wake up in the morning, we take a shower and we wash ourselves. We wash our face or any other part of our body. And the outer epidermis comes off into our washcloth. We can call that basic epidermal death. Thank you.
Wait, that is a death pile?
That's the death pile. Then, a little bit deeper that, we come to the kind of death that occurs when you break a glass. Or an ashtray. We can call that death by spillage or breakage.
No.
No, okay. Oops, can you pick up, yeah, normal breakage. There we go. Okay. Basic epidermal.
Droppage?
That's a good one, Norman. Basic epidermal, normal break-in and spillage. Then we come to the kind of death that occurs in clothing. You get a tear in your shirt, or your cuffs get frayed. Oh, Norman, you really need to burn that shirt. Okay? It also happens in furniture. The very top of the cushions get very thin when you sit on them, so those tops have to be tossed away. We can call that death due to normal wear and tear to material. Okay? Great. Normal wear and tear to material death. Then, Norman, are you writing this down?
No.
Well, write it down! Write it down!
Basic epidermal.
Death by spillage and breakage. Yes.
Spillage and breakage.
Normal wear and tear to furniture, materials, clothing. You are taking way too long. Norman, hurry up! Come on, it's just the one with the hyphens in it. Just remember it. Okay, next, we come to the kind of death that occurs when you've lost a job. So, you're in between jobs, and you miss those people that you had day-to-day contact with. But you know, you'll come into contact with other people from day to day. That we can call transitional death. Really? Call that death due to transition or recurrence of events. That is the kind of death that I'm experiencing right now. When I met you this morning. At this very moment.
Death due to transition. I think that's the best way to express it.
Okay. Then, deeper than that, we come to the kind of death that occurs when you lose someone you love. You break up with someone. Or you begin to hate someone you loved once. Or you divorce someone and you can't even imagine what you ever saw in them to begin with. Or you wait by the phone for months because you want to hear them call, and they never, ever call. That is spiritual death. Some people may call it death of the heart, because that's what it feels like. It feels like your heart has died, and you're going on with the remaining pieces. That is the second kind of death that I'm experiencing myself. When I met you this morning. Right now.
I like death of the heart better. That's how I feel about Mickey.
I don't think the death of a pet can be considered spiritual death. I mean, if your beloved grandmother died and she left you her watch and you lost it, would that be considered spiritual death? I don't think so. Everything's not everything here, Norman. Spiritual death has a loftier meaning.
That's why I like death of the heart better, because these are matters of the heart, not necessarily of the spirit.
Okay, fine. We'll put Mickey under spiritual death. Death of the heart. Don't break. We now come to the final kind of death that's deeper than all of this.
Wait, define.
That's the kind you're contemplating. The final kind.
Yeah, that's the kind I'm interested in, the final kind.
I don't think you're up to it.
Try me.
All right, you asked for it. Get in. What color do you hate the most?
Hate? Rust.
Haha, is this a coincidence?
Oh.
Okay. Let's say you choose the final kind of death. You go home, you get Mickey, you take him to the vet, you put him out of his misery.
Who, the vet?
Not the vet, Mickey.
Oh.
Then you go home, you get undressed, you write a short note. Everyone writes a short note before they kill themselves, Norman, pay attention. Okay, you get up, you call me on the phone like you promised. Then you whip out the sleeping pills and swallow them all. You chug down that brandy. You're waiting, lying in your bed, just thinking about all that peace. And at that moment, your life flashes right before your eyes. But not the way you imagined it. No, 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 not the way you lived it. Now comes the nitty-gritty. Now comes the part that no one ever tells you about because they've already taken the plunge. Do you understand me, Norman?
Yes.
Yes. Now comes everything you've ever done, everybody you've ever known, every food you've ever eaten, every eggplant, every zucchini, every stalk of broccoli. Oh my God, it's going around like a circus. La-di-da, la-di-dee, kerploosh, kerplash. That's what it sounds like in your brain, Norman. Only this time it's different. Here's what trips everybody up. Everyone thinks that those final moments of death come to them in lovely colors like green and yellow and sunset colors and white lights. But they're wrong, Norman. No, it comes to them in ribbons of rotten, revolting rust.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes! Of course, if your most unfavorite color were yellow, it'd be yards of yucky yellow. If it were green, it'd be ghastly.
Globules of green. Yes, I get the point, Betty.
Don't you understand, Norman? Why do you think people jump out of their bathtubs bleeding from their wrists and ankles trying to get somebody to save them?
I never thought of that.
Or after they swallow the pills, they jump in the elevator and they go up and down and up and down. Do you think they're doing their exercises, Norman?
No.
No! They're jumping in the elevator and they see 6 elevator panels and they can't figure out which button to press to get someone to save them.
I never thought of
Oh
that.
my God, well, think about it, Norman, think about it.
You know a lot about death, Betty.
Yes. Here's the good news, Norman. You're not ready for that kind of death.
No, why not?
Because you've never had peace.
That's why I'm going for the final kind. I'm hoping to find peace there.
But don't you understand, Norman? No. Have you ever heard the phrase, fighting for death?
No.
No. Because you don't have to do anything to have death, Norman. Death is so prevalent, it's become a normal part of existence. Death is part of our life. God knows we could die right now just from drinking this coffee. But peace is worth fighting for. Peace has nothing to do with death. You told me yourself, you've never ever had peace. Norman, who knows? If you fought for peace, you might begin to like life. Why do you think there's a phrase, winning the peace?
I like that.
Write that down, Norman. Norman, think about it. If you won the peace, you might even be happy that your silly wife ran off with her Jamaican maid. You might even be glad that you'd be so happy, your heart would go thump, 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 like Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit, that's funny.
You'd even be thrilled that your dog was no longer dying and shitting all over the rug. Mickey didn't want to do that anymore, Norman. No, you might even, who knows, make money at your law practice. The point is, Norman, peace is worth fighting for. Success, that may be worth fighting for too. But not if you don't have peace with it. And love. Okay, you can't fight for love. But the bottom line is, Norman, peace is worth fighting for. The only thing. Write it down.
Peace is the only thing. But wait, I didn't want my wife running off the Jamaican maid. I still wanted to be married to her.
That is another kind of death. Liking the horrible things in life. Write that one down for sure.
Liking the horrible things.
Yes. Norman. Norman, come here. Look what we've done. We put death. And the various kinds of death under that right here. And we put peace. And the various kinds of peace under that. Do you see it?
So?
So, do you see any inroads between death, which is over here, and peace, which is over here?
No.
Look again to be sure, Norman.
I'm sure.
There's no inroads between death and peace.
I'm sure.
That's because they don't exist. I told you this already, Norman. Death and peace are not the same thing.
If they were, there would be at least one inroad, right?
Right.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Death and peace are not the same thing! Oh my God!
Stop it!
Oh, Betty! Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Norman, how do you feel, Norman? How do you feel?
Betty, Death and peace are not the same thing. It's absolutely incredible. I need to see it to believe it.
That is the trouble with most people.
Betty,
Yes.
all the old canards are true, absolutely true. Your thoughts are your life. Whatever, whatever's in there. It's just the weird way your mind works.
Right.
Whatever's in there that you think is life. I mean, just a little while ago, oh my God, I could have made a tragic mistake. And now?
Yes, Norman.
Now that we've analyzed death out of everything, we can get rid of it all, and all we have left, oh my God, my knees are knocking. I feel weak.
All we have left is life.
Yeah.
Now we can have a beautiful life.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I feel weak.
Betty.
Oh my
Betty.
Oh my God.
What's the matter?
Norman, have you ever known something, but you didn't really know you knew it? And now all of a sudden you know it? You know it! Oh my God, Norman, death and peace are truly not the same thing!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Death and peace are not the same thing! Oh my God! I feel good. I feel really good. I finally have faith, Norman. I finally have faith.
Oh, my knees are knocking again.
Oh, you steady them, Norman. You just steady them.
Wait, how do I know you know all about death? Like what credentials do you have?
Oh my God! I don't believe it!
But
Haven't I just shown you?
no one has ever come back from death.
Oh no. What do I have to do? Walk on water to convince you?
I really hope you're right.
Oh, Norman, we don't hope.
Wait, we have to give up hope?
We can't hope. If you hope for something, it's saying it might not be so. We can't hope. Oh, Norman, peace and hope don't live side by side. I think it is time we got out of here and paid this bill.
Betty? I forgot to bring my wallet this morning. What about her?
Are you really worried about a person who spent the last 7 years of Saturdays at a beauty parlor? I mean, come on. I think she sleeps standing up.
How do you know?
It's embarrassing. Shh! Just get out of here. Wait for me outside. I'll take care of it.
Hey, Oprah. Got any tips on men?
Yeah, I wish.
What about him?
I'd rather commit suicide. Can we strike a deal about this check?
How many kinds of deals are there?
When it comes to paying a bill you can't pay, just one.
Oh, thank God. Right, how much money you got between you?
Oh, God. $3.
That'll be $250.
One. Hold on. Okay. 50.
Don't you think 8 cups of coffee deserves a 50-cent tip? This is the death pile. No, Norman, this is the death pile. You can't have hope without peace, Norman. I swear, when people get into trouble nowadays, they yada yada themselves to death. What do we have here? Oh, and this? Put that in the wrong pile, Betty. Death and peace are not the same thing, Betty. They're not the same, Norman. I don't sleep standing up. Holy crap. She got to me.